Welcome back to another episode of Say What Needs to Be Said. Thursday Night Vibes. I'm your host, Asante, Mr. Pick Six Samuel. Two-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowler, all-pro record-breaking cornerback, and 50 interceptions during the last 16-game season era. Man, a little disappointed tonight, man. I'm a little thrown off, but I was a little excited at the same time, man. When you're watching your team, your favorite team play, and they're losing, but you see some exciting players on the other side of the ball. I mean, you can't do nothing but be excited and be happy about the competition of football. Because, man, we got some stars in the making, man, tonight, man. And Thursday Night Vibes, man. Y'all get ready to turn up and have a good time, man. Let me bring on my co-host for the night, man. We have a lot to talk about, man, and we have to get into it, man. Shout out to all my day ones in the chat, man. Shout out to Mr. International, always showing up and showing love. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Y'all, man, y'all keep me going. Y'all keep me motivated, man. They be trying to shadow ban me. They be trying to hit me from left and right because they don't want to hear this truth and what I got to say and speak about. You know what I mean? Because they don't like the truth out here, but God doggone Giants. They did it tonight.
Oh my God. What is cigarettes, man? I need a cigarette right now, man.
Oh, they need a cigarette. Lord have mercy. Not a pope. Do y'all call them popes in Philadelphia? Let me get a pope, bro. Pass me a pope. That's what we call it down here.
No, we say Lucy's.
Oh, Lucy, yeah. I think I did hear that before.
Yeah, let me get Lucy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, but listen, this is the worst sports day in Philadelphia history. We got kicked out the playoffs in baseball on an error play. And then the Flyers lose their first game. And then the Eagles get blown out, embarrassed on Thursday Night Football prime time. This is the worst day in Philadelphia sports history. So
by a rookie quarterback. The New York Giants, one of the craziest rivals in football. The NFC East, man. Eagles, you cannot let that happen. Did Jalen Carter have a lot to do with that tonight, man? How many games has he missed? I wasn't able to look that up. But what is the how bad does the defense play, or how bad is the defensive run game when Jalen Carter's not in the game or he's not playing? Because tonight he
definitely make a big difference. He's the most double team player in the NFL. So like him not being double team make it easier on the lineman to block everybody else. He's not out there getting double team, like causing havoc out there, stopping plays. So I mean, but that whole defense looks soft today. So I'm not going to just put on one player because we had our corners out there out getting exposed. They was like, I'll go to it because they're on third down. They're perfect on third down.
Let's just get right into it, man. The Eagles lose to the Giants 34-17, and what would be a surprise tonight? I don't think no one expected the Giants to go out and handle business like they did tonight. Man, no one expected Jaxon to come out and progress to the level he did in one game. They just got whooped by the New Orleans Saints. 5 turnovers. All these things going on, and you come and whoop up on the Philadelphia Eagles like that. That's what momentum is all about. If y'all don't understand momentum. If y'all didn't see my last live and we talked about the Eagles losing to who did they play last week? The Broncos, not the Vikings. They played against the Broncos, right? And I mentioned and I said the Philadelphia Eagles players, they quit on each other basically. And when we say quit, we don't really mean quit. It's a term we use in football to hold each other accountable and make sure we're doing our job to the fullest extent. And that was the difference last week. They kind of quit in the third quarter. They tried to pick it back up, and lackadaisical and all those things, all that energy wears off on your teammates. So when they see one player laying down or one segment of offense or defense laying down, man, that energy starts to spread and get around, man. Mm-hmm. But man, this is the second consecutive loss for the Eagles this season, man.
They keep playing one half. They keep playing one half of football. Honestly, even the games they won, they're playing one perfect half. Then the next half is like they done playing football. It's like a whole different team. They didn't play a whole complete game yet. And I was really tired of saying it. I thought it would be over by now, but it's still going to week 6. We in week 6 right now. And it's the same. It's the same story. It's the same story. So something got to change.
And Jalen Hurts, man, he's gonna catch a lot of criticism after the night game because of the mistakes he made. A few of those mistakes he made hindered his team from making a comeback and being able to win. When they was down 10 points in the fourth quarter. And I don't know. The Eagles was able to do it last season, but this season, are they going to be able to turn things around? Now what? Were they 0-1 in the conference in the division, or is it 1-1? I think it's
they
1-1 in the division, right? So they might probably tie for first right now at this point. But are they going to be able to turn things around? Last year they was 2-3. Right now they're 4-1. So we know they can. They have the resilience and everything to turn things around. But are they? And will they get it done? Right? Because last season isn't the same as this season. Everything is different. The players are different. The age. You might have a different girlfriend. You might have some baby mama issues. You might have some kids. You have all type of issues that you have to deal with and, overcome. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Jalen Hurts, man, he couldn't find a way. The magic for Jalen Hurts couldn't work tonight. He couldn't find that magic tonight to overcome the Giants, man. And he turned that ball over, down 10 points, man. That was a crucial mistake right there where he's marching into the end zone to be able to shut all the critics up, right? Because each week he has to do that. If he doesn't do this each and every week, the critics are coming. Cam Newton is coming. He is shaking his hands and licking his lips, and he can't wait to get on First Take tomorrow to say, see, I told you. Jalen Hurts can't get it done by himself. That's what Cam Newton is waiting to say. And man, it's one game, obviously. That is not the facts, you know what I mean? But, it just allows, a lot of criticism to go on from Jalen Hurts, man. But they came out stroking, playing good. They was giving Saquon Barkley the ball. He was gashing the Giants, right? What happened? What happened? It was like the New York Giants came out and said, okay, we watched y'all on tape last week. We seen the difference in y'all team from the first 3 games to the 4th game. And now y'all more of a passing attack. So guess what? We're going to send our edge rushers and our pass rush at you. The first 2-3, the first series. And boom, Saquon Barkley had wide open gaps like he never had before this season at all. I mean, the holes were open that he probably was surprised, and he wasn't ready to make the necessary moves because he was so wide open, man. But
and what I don't like about that first drive, he took himself out after getting 30 yards on 2 carries. He took himself out, and then the drive stalled. I'm like,
right.
Listen, it's the first drive of the game. You got to stay in there. You got to continue that drive because it stalled right out as soon as he took himself out the game.
And it's glad you say that. It's when athletes get paid in the NFL, understand, when we get paid, not all of us, but some athletes, the check is cash, right? And we don't care about the game or winning as much as we did because our goal and our mission is accomplished. Take care of our family, get rich as we can, right? So now when you get paid, you have to have that talk with yourself and see who you really are, right? And decide if you want to still be that player that you came in NFL with college and high school and playing the game because you love the game and you don't want to let your teammates down, right? And a lot of players get comfortable and forget about the accountability part because the check is there. And that what goes on a lot of the time that you don't realize players coming out, players with bogus injuries, the hamstring, the foot, so on and so forth. A lot of times we can play through this, But
maybe I'm never think he probably trying to pace himself thinking I'm about to have a big game today. It's about that. He got the first 2 carries went for 30 yards. He it's about to be a long day. So he probably took himself out there trying to pace himself for the rest of the game. But the rest of the game didn't come to him.
Right.
He had more yards in his first 2 carries than he did.
What the issue with the Eagles is, right? They're going through issues within the team, right? Within the organization. And when I say issues, they're going through issues with Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, meaning production-wise. They want to get the ball, They want to be more of an asset to the offense. They want to be a part of that winning. They want to feel like they contributed to winning when the Eagles win. So the last 2 games, the Eagles offense opened up their passing attack, which is not the normal, typical Eagles football, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen Hurts looked very good making plays in the passing game. He looked very good. I mean, he looked like an awesome passing quarterback, right? And a quarterback that didn't even need to run, right? But it looks good when you're winning games. But when you're not winning games, it doesn't look as good.
It's pointless.
It's pointless, right?
You throwing for 280 yards a game, and then you losing. You win. You throw for 200 yards a game, you winning. I'd rather take the 200 and wins.
That's why stats doesn't matter offensively, typically, when we're talking about offense and things like that, because you can wait to the 3rd and 4th quarter and run the stats up, But when the Eagles offense takes that physical pound game approach, it does much more than just winning the game because of points. You win the game mentally because you out physical your opponent, right? When you're too physical for your opponent and the opponent understands that mano y mano, I can't beat you, I need help, so on and so forth, that drains the players mentally. And lining up and getting 3 and 4 yards and bulldozing that the opposing team's defense, man, it straight drains the team, right? Playing finesse football, which I mean pass first, right, isn't the smartest way to control the time of possession. But some teams love to do that. They think they can throw a lot of quick, short passes and change the narrative of how football first started, where it was a physical, nothing but run the football type of game. Now they created a pass, and everyone think they can be a guru in passing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Eagles getting caught up in these scenarios because they want to please their players, and it's not about pleasing your players. Pleasing your players is getting a W at the end of the game. You can't, as coaches, Nick Sirianni, he can't get caught up in wanting to please his players and sacrificing the W. That's not going to get it, and that's not going to. He won't last as a head coach trying to be a player's coach and make everybody happy, because that, at the end of the day, it's not that. It's not about that. Saquon Barkley should have had over 100 yards rushing in this game. Easily, he should have had 100 yards rushing. He only had 12 carries, and probably, I think 10 of those 12 carries came in the first half.
Late season, the first 2 carries was 32 yards. First 2 carries.
32 yards.
Another big stat is the Eagles converted 1 third down, and the Giants converted 11 third downs. And one of the third downs was the only third down the Eagles converted was a tush push.
Right. And that was the problem with Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? That was the problem with Jalen Hurts. It was him being able to get these first downs, right? And he wasn't as on as he was. The offense hasn't been clicking like it needs to be. It's like they're still trying to find themselves, and they're not satisfied with winning the way they were winning. So they're trying to find other avenues and other ways to win right now. So it's like they're still searching for identity, even though they were winning right now. And I think Jalen Hurts wants to be that passing quarterback that has over 4,000 yards per year. And we have to see if they're going to continue to do that, because right now, last 2 games, you come out passing, changing the dynamic of the offense, and it's not getting to no victories. Not getting to no victory.
Mm-hmm.
Not getting no victories for Philadelphia.
I feel like it's that, like what I was saying earlier before, was that they keep playing that one half of football. Like that first half was like the perfect offense for the Eagles. They moved the ball up and down the field. They scored on like 3 out of 4 drives.
Yeah, start fast. They come out swinging.
Then the second half is like they can't. It's like they're going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, turnover. I don't know. Like they've been doing this. Like even the games they won, they've been playing like one half of football. So I
think that has to do with the coaching, man. The coaches have to figure out a way to make the team start fast and to come out fast in the second half, right? Every team, the theme of the team and going into your games is start fast. Don't let them get ahead and get the jump on you where you can't reel them back in. So you want to start fast, but then you got to start fast in the second half as well, basically finishing the game. So I think somewhere in the coaching, in practice, the conditioning, the play calling, they have to figure out how to get this fixed in the second half, because these are I think the past 3 games in the second half, not Jalen Hurts per se, but Jalen Hurts, he isn't as productive as he was in the first half. And then Saquon Barkley, he's getting 2 and 3 and 4 touches in the second half. So that may be the problem right there. That, you isolate the problem and fix it right there. Just give Saquon Barkley the ball in the second half. Let the offensive line, continue to wear down the defense and get the victory, no matter how it looks, whether it's ugly, pretty, or whatever it is. Just get that victory. Mm-hmm. But how about that? There's a new star in town, baby. There is a new star in New York. Can we believe that? And I'm not talking about Eli Manning. We're not talking about Eli Manning or Saquon Barkley when he played for the New York Giants. We are talking about Jaxson Dart, baby. And let me tell you, I love what I see from Jaxson Dart. He has that moxie. He has that charisma. He has that it fact. He has the swag. And I think he has a little too much courage right now. A little too much courage. But that's being young and dumb in NFL. We all go through that. We all have to test the waters and see how strong we can be and how much we can endure, because this is a man's sport. How tough can you be? So he'll grow and learn. And, he went down, boy. He almost gave Dayball a headache. Dayball about to crash out. But Jaxson Dart, man, Jaxson Dart confidence is growing, man, rapidly.
And listen, he was more comfortable than me in the movie theater. I would fall asleep in the movie theater, man. He was in there comfortable, moving around the pocket, sliding around, and taking off.
Very comfortable back there, man. He was very comfortable in the pocket, man. And he didn't panic one time in the pocket. It's like he was used to the pass rush at the NFL speed and the NFL pace. Everything he looked like the game slowed down to him already in week 5 and week 6. And that's the progress you want to see in your young players. You understand what I'm saying? And Brian Daboll, New York Giants, they're doing a phenomenal job with him. Russell Wilson, he needs to retire. He needs to give it up. And we're going to get to that later. He looks awful out there. I'm talking about his body language, his energy. Everything looks like a skit. You know what I mean? Everything looks like a skit. But Jaxson Dart may be the next new superstar in the National Football League, not just in New York. I'm talking about the Patrick Mahomes, the Justin Herberts, the Lamar Jackson, the Jaden Daniels. He's going to be right up there with those guys if he can continue to progress and Brian Daboll do what he does with these quarterbacks. But I was impressed with Jaxson Dart. I was most impressed with Jaxson Dart, the way he stepped up in the pocket. Because that's most important with these quarterbacks these days, right? Not giving the defensive ends that perfect angle to come and be able to sack him. Most of these new era quarterbacks, they want to bail out of the pocket and try to create something that doesn't need to be created when they're supposed to just step up in the pocket and make their reads. And if the read's not there, everybody's rushing upfield. So now you can just take off. That is one thing that Jaxson Dart does well. Very well, probably better than all the other quarterbacks in his rookie class or, the class before him, right? He does that very well. And I think that is the difference why he's been so successful running the football and not getting sacked and being able to avoid those defensive tackles and defensive linemen, man. He was good at that. Right?
Man, he was just looking so smooth out there, man. When literally the pocket collapsed, he just take his time. He not rushing and slide out the way, slide this way, and then next thing you know, he running for 20 yards. I'm like, he didn't panic at all. Don't matter how much the pocket collapsed on him, and he kept his eyes downfield too. And most of the times he didn't throw, but I mean, he competitor too. He want to go out there and he want to compete. And then he got the running back too, Scatterboo. He out there,
Scatterboo, right? That's a connection.
You don't want to tackle him. He gonna throw his whole body to you.
That's gonna be the 1-2 punch you hear for a long time, man. Jaxson Dart and Scatterboo, man. That's just a great marketing concept. 2 players that are on the same team. So We're gonna be hearing that forever. But
I don't
understand
know
this.
about Scatter. I don't know about Scatterboo for a long time. The way he's throwing his body around.
Right? How long he gonna last? Probably both of them. They both have to have a talk with each other, you know. But understand, I know we see in quarterback these days, and maybe we're a little brainwashed thinking they're playing quarterback the quarterback position the correct way, meaning mechanically and technically, right? You know, but that is not the case. Most of these quarterbacks in NFL today are not playing quarterback the correct way. And the difference, and I'm bringing up this point, is because of Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart is doing it the correct way. And that's why he's probably having more success than some of these younger quarterbacks, you know, because it's correct to step up in the pocket, you know, to manipulate the rush. Then you can get creative, you know, after stepping up in the pocket. But when you see quarterbacks floating backwards out of the pocket to try to create more time or be creative and make a play on a loose play or something like that, they are doing things the wrong way. Now, it can work, but that isn't how the offense is supposed to operate. You're not doing your offensive line any favor bailing out of the pocket. Offensive line needs you to step up in the pocket because they're pushing everybody up the field to create lanes for the quarterback. And that is one thing Jaxson Dart is doing way above all these other young quarterbacks, you know. So I'm impressed with Jaxson Dart. I can't lie. I'm a fan of Jaxson Dart. I was waiting for him to get the ball back and see him get on the field. Man, he has that it factor where you want to watch him, see him, you know, you want to play on the same team with him. You want to be a part of his success, whatever he is doing out there. You want to make sure that if I get a chance to play with Jaxson Dart, I do everything correctly so I have my opportunity to continue to play with him. You see what I'm saying? He has all of that in him. He has that I don't want to let you down type factor because I know you going to give it all you got and you can get it done. You know what I mean? And man, for him to go out there and beat the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champions, his confidence is going through the roof. You understand? Mm-hmm. You seen Jaxson Dart out. How many white quarterbacks y'all see out there blinged up with that necklace, with all those diamonds in his necklace, man? He has a different type of swag.
He out there dancing,
having fun. You know what I mean? Feeling like he's one of us. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, man. Just having fun, enjoying yourself, being you. But being you.
Another thing I noticed that he did on third down, he targeted the weak spot. Like he knew exactly who was the weak player on the field, and he went after him. I'm like,
right after him, play after play.
I'm like praying and hoping, don't go at Ringo. Third down, go right at Ringo.
Going at Ringo. At first, I thought it was just they was trying to avoid Quinyon Mitchell because you know he's a dog and he be on locks. But that wasn't even the case. Quinyon Mitchell came out early in the game and they had to substitute Adoree Jackson and someone else. But they continue to go at Ringo.
Marcus Epps came in the game, go right at Marcus Epps. He noticed who's coming in, who's in and out the game, and paying attention to like who's the weak link out there. The third down and converting it every single time. Like, God damn, he noticed in the same setup. I'm noticing over here.
The defensive personnel. That's exactly right. He was aware of the defensive personnel, and the game plan going into this game was to attack Ringo, and that's what he did. And he executed that game plan. You know, he executed that game plan. But did y'all see how frustrated Brian Daboll, the head coach for the New York Giants, was when Jaxson Dart was hurt and he was in the tent trying to talk to trainers and the doctors to see if he can get back in the game? And Russell Wilson was in the game. Brian Daboll was livid. I don't give a damn if he's hurt. If his leg, his arm is hurt, get him out there on the field. Russell Wilson got to go, man. This has to be Russell Wilson last season, man. He making himself
what he did when he came in the game on third down.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. It's like he can't even function as a NFL quarterback no more these days. Like he totally lost all of the NFL attributes that he ever had, or that Pete Carroll taught him in Seattle. It's like he can't get anything done. And I know it has to bother him watching this young guy out there just executing left and right. And he's like, probably like dang, why is it so hard for me to do that? Why I can't go out there and do that? You know what I mean? And it's like it's a mind-boggling type of thing for a player, especially a quarterback who just has to throw the ball. Right? If I see him do it, I can do it. And Russell Wilson just looks totally out of it, being a quarterback for the New York Giants.
Game through the ball straight in the
It's time
dirt.
to retire, Joe. Come on, Joe. I mean, come on, Russell. Come on, Russell.
He did a good job picking up the players that fell on the sideline, though. I see him over there every time somebody fall on the sideline, pick him up, like clap him up. He did a good job of doing that.
That's why he need to retire, because we can all see that fake, false energy he's trying to keep up when he know good goddamn well he feel a certain way that he's not the quarterback out there. He's not used to this position, but he has to go. Hey, he was the first one to run over there. It's like he was waiting for somebody to fall to show his team he's still in it. Like, hey, I'm showing y'all I'm still down with y'all. Like, you know, he know how to play the role good, but I don't know, man. We'll see if Russell Wilson retires. If he doesn't retire, just say what needs to be said. We'll be calling him out and telling him to go find his job in the media, go be the broadcaster that, you know, your second calling, because this football stuff, it's time to give it up. It's time to give it up. Shout out to my chat, man. Shout out to Bruce Lee. Shout out to Bruce Lee and shout out to Mr. International. Bruce Lee say, let's say what needs to be said. Eagles defense weak. The running back was 22nd rushing coming into the game tonight. Yes, say what needs to be said. The Eagles defense, are they weak because Jalen Hurts was missing tonight?
Jalen Carter,
sorry, because Jalen Carter was missing tonight. Would the New York Giants offense been as dominant as they was tonight with Jalen Carter not in the lineup, you know? So I don't know, you know what I mean?
Another person is missing.
Can they turn things around? They're 22nd right now in rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Can they turn things around? This was the same scenario last year, right before they went to Brazil. They was 3-2, 2-3. So, you know, that's what we're waiting to see. So shout out to the chat, man. Y'all keep it coming, man. Y'all talk to us. You know we talk back. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all support. Make sure y'all let them know, man. We coming to turn up. Now we have to turn. We have to get to the next segment real quick, man, and turn the page real quick. And talk about Shadur Sanders, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, this whole Browns fiasco that is going on, right? And now, if y'all ain't heard, man, you know, Joe Flacco is traded. He is a Cincinnati Bengal as of right now, today, right? But Joe Flacco being traded is supposed to be a big opportunity for Shadur Sanders. But it sounds like this is where the bullshit begins. Dang. This sounds like this is where the bullshit begins. Because Bailey Zappi was signed by the Browns recently. And don't forget about Bailey Zappi. The amount of experience he had in a short period of time in the NFL, playing for the Patriots. And recently, he played for the Browns. And he played in real games for the Browns, right? For Steven Stefanski. For Stefanski, right? He played in Week 18 against the Baltimore Ravens. He was the starting quarterback. That didn't pan out too well. But he played in real games. So I'm sure this is the difference what makes Kevin Stefanski feel comfortable with potentially making. God dang, I don't even feel like right saying it. Bailey Zappi, the backup quarterback over Shadur Sanders.
That's crazy, man. He ain't getting his first shot.
Right? That's crazy.
Getting his first shot. And then you know what else dropped today?
What's that?
I seen Deshaun Watson dropping a workout video like he back.
Like he's back. Like he's back, right? And the
so,
issue is, talk to me.
No, I'm just saying, man. So like the Browns trading Joe Flacco, there's one less quarterback they got to worry about. Sign another one, and then their highest paid quarterback that's just been sitting around. It looks like he's going to be back soon. So I mean, it looks like Shedeur ain't gonna get his fair shot, man.
Yeah. Now we got Kevin Stefanski talking about he's not sure who the backup quarterback will be because this whole Joe Flacco trade caught him by surprise, and he's the head coach. And just understand the head coach and the GM, they converse daily, multiple times during the day. So He knew as soon as Andrew Berry, the general manager, knew that Joe Flacco was getting traded. This was all planned, baby. Check him out.
If Shedeur is going to be your number 2 active quarterback for this weekend yet?
Well, first I'd tell you is the Joe trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. They called us, and it happened very fast and happened not too long ago. So still working through all roster type of things. I always have to be mindful of our players and our players' development, and I want to make sure that I'm always doing what's best for our players and, of course, our team. But, with young players, I'm always thinking about last week making the change to Dylan. You have to think long and hard about that, because these are young players that you're so invested in their development. So I'll let the week play out and make a decision later on that.
The drawback.
Let the week play out. Make a decision.
Yeah, I trust in all of our players. I trust in their ability and those type of things. I just always want to set our guys up for success, bottom line.
So like Monday afternoon, you didn't plan on trading Joe Flacco?
No.
Does it sound like he's beating around the bush and doesn't want to give the keys to Shadur Sanders for whatever reason? Does it sound like that, or is it just me? Because why isn't Shadur Sanders the starter? Why is he still thinking about who's going to be the starter? Like, practice during this week will help him change his mind about which player can execute, which player can get the job done over Shedeur and Bailey Zappi. Make it make sense, Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah,
and I know he's trying to be diplomatic and politically correct and all these things, but man, this kid's future, man. People want to play. Bailey Zappi has already shown what he can do in the NFL. And it's like a recurring cycle. You sign Joe Flacco, and now you want to promote Bailey Zappi. Bailey Zappi is nothing but a younger Joe Flacco that can't get the job done, right? It's like, that's facts. That's in the NFL. He couldn't get the job done for the Patriots. Couldn't get the job done for the Browns when they played against Baltimore. Got beat by 44-13, 14 something crazy. Now, y'all remember I said the theme for Kevin Stefanski, right? Sounds like he doesn't want to enter an NFL game with 2 rookie quarterbacks having to back each other up. Remember, I told y'all that. So, Bailey Zappi started for the Browns a season ago, like I told y'all, against the Browns. So that is the out for him. It's the out right now for him to be able to feel comfortable and not give Shadur the opportunity to get in the game right now, or play or start in the NFL. But we understand things don't turn out so well when Bailey Zappi is the quarterback. But it makes Stefanski feel comfortable instead of Shadur because of that experience. Does it make sense? Absolutely freaking not.
The way he talking is make it seem like that Shedeur don't know what he's doing. Like, he's like, I'm not sure about, because he's not like mentally prepared. He ain't saying no names or nothing like that. But the way he talking is like make it seem like he's not mentally prepared to be a second string quarterback, which that don't make no sense at all.
And right, is that they don't make no sense at all, because it's like, how much do you need to see during practice to understand that he's not ready, right? And it's like, every time he take the podium and have to talk about Shedeur, it's like he's looking for excuses and way outs to beat around the bush to not be able to play Shedeur each and every week. And it's so sickening at this point, right? Because signing a player to the practice squad when Shedeur is not even on the practice squad, and now promoting that guy in front of Shedeur to make them the backup quarterback, when Shedeur was already ahead of him because Shedeur is not on the practice squad, none of that is making sense. So he has to continue to figure out, when you say you tell one lie, you got to keep up with the next lie, and you got to keep telling lie after lie after lie. It's like what he's doing. He's chasing everything he's saying, chasing every situation that comes about, right? Joe Flacco gets traded. What do I say now? I say, I care about the development of our players. And what does the development of our young players mean? That means that I'm going to take my time with Shedeur because he's the player I'm talking about that needs development. You're not talking about Bailey Zapp because he started for you. You're not talking about Dylan Gabriel because he's the starter currently. Only player you're talking about that needs the development is Shadur Sanders. And how can you pinpoint that one player that needs so much development in such little time? Makes no sense to me. Shedur's first preseason game, he played phenomenal. He played awesome. Shedur's first preseason game and Dylan Gabriel's last preseason game are pretty much equal. So if Dylan Gabriel doesn't need development, why does Shadur Sanders need development? And hell, they all need development. Dylan Gabriel need development. Shedeur needs, they all need development. But why are we singling Shadur Sanders out like he needs some special type of development, like he's incompetent
Don't
to
forget
be
that
able
part.
to get the job done? You see what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense, you know?
He telling me he need to develop to be he need to develop to be a to be a backup.
To be a backup. I got to develop you to go see what you can possibly do if Dylan Gabriel go down and I have to put you in the game. Stuff don't make no freaking sense. I know a lot of people lost hope and have given up on the Cleveland Browns and Kevin Stefanski and all that stuff, but I still have some hope. I still have some hope, and I'm riding with hope. I think Shedeur not getting an opportunity to start, though, it's starting to get to him. The opportunity, the opportunity, man, that he was waiting on that didn't come to light as of yet, I think it's starting to get to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was having a convo with his dad, man, and he stated ever since she came around, things started going downhill. And he was having a conversation with his dad when he was in the hospital getting the procedure done, right? And we all know who was there by his side, by his dad's side, Coach Prime's side. And Shedeur was referring to Carucci. Carucci was in the hospital supporting Coach Prime. And Shedeur called him out. I don't know if he knew that everybody was listening. I'm like, whoa. He was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, Pops. Like, ever since she came around, everything started going downhill. And it's like, whoa. Like, whoa. Like, hold up. But Shedeur is telling us, man, he's telling us in this clip, the Browns don't want him to be himself. Someone is putting a bug in his ear to make him feel that he can't be himself. And let me explain to y'all, as a 4th rounder, as a 5th rounder, as a 6th rounder, these are the unfortunate situations and circumstances we have to overcome. From the players, the coaches, the trainers, everyone. You may not be treated as one of the preferred. So you have to make your way up to be preferred. Let's see what Shedeur had to say.
I'll say mentally, and I'm not talking about on the field, I'm talking about more off the field. I'll say
I guess on the field where you
well, I'll say like overall, I feel like I understand a little bit more, you know, how to handle like different situations, you know, and being the leader and understanding that you can't really give any. I don't know, my personality, I'm playful, you know what I mean? So I guess not everybody likes playful all the time. So it's to understand how to be, you know, at all times and, you know, keep my personality a little bit slimmer, I guess. Because not everybody understands it at all times, and you may not have a full time to be able to explain things.
So what was your reaction to Rex Ryan's criticism?
So he's just trying to start something. You feel me? When we not on no negativity from now on, man. We're not doing that. I'm just here to be positive, and I don't speak on anything negative, you know. So that's the new wave. That's what we going forward with. Anything negative, we not talking about it. We're not speaking on it.
Exactly. And that's what I mean, man. It's it's starting to sound like things are getting to him. The media giving him so much attention and twisting his words and trying to, paint him in a bad light, right? He don't want to be a part of that, right? He want to enjoy his journey in the NFL and go on his journey peacefully, right?
Right.
Because this Joe Flacco trade was supposed to be Shedur's opportunity. It was supposed to be his opportunity to be the backup. And now he see that Bailey Zappi in the mix. Deshaun Watson is back in the month. All these things are still possibilities to hinder him from being able to get his opportunity. And that is not the best feeling in the world, man. That is not the best feeling in the world. All these things started from the draft. It started from the draft and it's continuing. It's not stopping.
It's been months of not feeling wanted. Like he hasn't been felt wanted yet, honestly, as like every time an opportunity presents itself, that from first preseason game, he had a great preseason game. Next thing you know, he automatically can't practice. Now he can't play. And then next thing you know, Dylan Gabriel named starter. He's supposed to be the backup. I'm not sure about that. So it's like, damn, when like I sat down, I took my turn, I waited, I did what I was supposed to do, and I still again, like it gotta take a toll. It's literally been months.
You made a good point, right? By saying I don't feel wanted. And every player, everybody wants to feel wanted. Whether you're in a relationship, you're playing on a team, wherever you at, you want to feel wanted. You want to feel like, you prove your worth, basically. And right now, all these things mentally are attacking Shadur Sanders because his whole life, going to the Jackson State, to Colorado from high school and all those things, he was used to being wanted. He was used to earning his keep. And now it seems like nothing he can do to earn his keep right now. And that mentally can really tear an athlete up, man. I've been there.
It can tear any person up, man. They come home every day from work and they wife or they loved one, they children love, act like they want to be there. They ain't gonna want to be there either. Like
how crazy the situation is. The Cleveland Browns have 8 quarterbacks right now that they're paying out of their budget. 8 quarterbacks.
That's a fact.
You got
Jameis Winston. They still playing Jameis Winston. He on Giants.
You got Pickens that was just traded. Keenan Pickens. You got Deshaun Watson. You got Joe Flacco. You got Bailey Zappi. You got Shadur Sanders. You got Deshaun Watson. And who did you name?
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. It's like I think it's 8 players they're still paying right now. And 6 of those quarterbacks have dead money towards the cap. What are the Cleveland Browns doing? They are totally screwing this job up right now. And I know with all these players, man, that's a lot for Kevin Stefanski to have to deal with. Trying to figure out a quarterback. You got 8 on payroll, 6 rotating in and out of the roster. Man, this is crazy, man. But the Bengals desperately needed to make that trade, man, for Joe Flacco. Or I thought it would have been Russell Wilson, but they know better than I do. Don't go after Russell Wilson. They know better. Do not go after Russell Wilson. Because Jake Browning was looking awful. And if the Bengals want to salvage anything over there, they needed to trade for someone, But it's slim pickings. It's slim pickings out here for quarterbacks these days. Like I said, Joe Flacco, Russell Wilson, who's the next vet up? Sam Howell. Pretty much all the only possibilities for the Bengals to get a quarterback with enough experience that can play right now and learn the offense in a short period of time.
They could have got my boy Jameis. They could have got Jameis out there throwing for 4,000 and 30 interceptions.
Yeah, you could have got Jameis out there with all the antics. You have to be prepared, and then you got to know your coach. Can your coach deal with those antics? Like, all right, I know he's going to, his personality is a little different and all these things, but can I deal with it? Coach has to figure that out. You know what I mean?
Did you see him today? He was leading all the he's out there leading all the huddles, breaking down the huddles and all that, man.
Talking to everybody, preaching. Jameis Winston will be a preacher when this is over with, man. He will be in somebody's church spreading that word, man, because you could tell that's his passion, man. You could tell that's his passion. But at the end of the day, y'all, Kevin Stefanski had a plan this entire time when he signed Bailey Zappi to the practice squad. He never had an intention to promote Shadur Sanders to the backup role. And I once believed in Bailey Zappi when he was with the New England Patriots after watching him in preseason. But when Bailey Zappi got to the regular season and got his real opportunity against real schemes, he wasn't as successful as he was in the preseason. But I think this was always a play. They always, as we talked about from the beginning of the season, we talked about Kenny Pickett potentially being a trade. I said Joe Flacco will get traded in emergency purposes because he doesn't have any trade value, but his trade value is the emergency trade value. So that's only way people want to trade for him, right? So that came to fruition. Joe Flacco is traded. We was expecting Shadur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel to be able to go at it and battle for that spot. But now Kevin Stefanski had a plan this entire time, man. He had a plan this entire time. And what is it about Shadur or the Sanders family that is that much hated that you don't think this kid can give your team an opportunity to win? I just don't understand that when he's been so successful in college. And I bet after hearing the news about Joe Flacco being traded, Shadur mindset shifted to another level of focus, understanding that he's supposed to be next up and he's about to be the backup quarterback.
Probably excited at that point.
He was excited. He shifted focus as soon as he heard that news, I'm telling you, because he knows his opportunity is right here. Then all of a sudden, turn around and find out coaches and cuffing his abilities, right? He don't have to tell him that directly. He can see how coaches maneuvering and the words he's using, right? The indirect words he's using. Man, Shadur has been enduring this mental anguish since he's fallen to the 5th round, and it still isn't slowing down. It isn't slowing down anytime soon. And the Browns they keep fighting to do everything they can to stop Shadur from getting on that field. Stefanski, he keeps hiding behind that word development. He needs to develop these young players to stop Shadur from getting on the field. But he tells us Bailey Zappi is a better option. That makes no sense. And I want to see what will Kevin Stefanski's excuse be when he finally steps to the podium and say, Bailey Zappi is our backup quarterback. What is he going to say about Shadur after that? Shadur, we're going to continue to develop him. We need to develop him, bring him on, X, Y, and Z. Is that going to be the excuse? Is that going to continue to be the excuse? I don't know, man. Do y'all think Shadur Sanders needs to request a trade, request a release out of Cleveland? He's never going to have a career opportunity to show what he can do, or will he eventually get an opportunity? Or is Kevin Stefanski correct? Shadur Sanders isn't ready to get on the football field yet. He needs to develop more. He needs to understand how to get the ball out in a certain amount of time. He needs to understand how to process the offense quickly and things like that. I think all of that is bullshit. But of course, if you control the narrative, you can always use that as a outing for you if you're the head coach and you need a way to suppress all this nonsense that you feel is nonsense, right? But I think it's too early. I don't think Shadur Sanders should be requesting to trade or requesting a release or anything like that. You continue to play your go on and grind as a rookie, go through your journey as a rookie, and he for the Baltimore Ravens, this has been his second game starting as a quarterback. You understand? Like, all these things come into play. Should he have went to Baltimore 2 games and now Lamar Jackson is back? Would that have been worth it? You know? So all those things are something you need to think about. Things we need to think about, right? And best of luck to Shedeur, man. We love Shedeur.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna continue to support Shedeur. We want to see him get on the field. It's one thing. You put him on the football field and he can't succeed, he can't get the job done. But it's another thing to not even let him get on the field to see what he can do. And if you don't allow him to see what he can do, we only can be upset and have nothing but bad words because we feel different. That's just the simple math of 1 + 1 = 2.
Don't even let him be a backup. You're not even letting him be a backup. Put him on the field.
You know? So, man,
he's not even getting a chance to be a backup.
Yeah, but Jaxon Dart, man, I'm excited for Jaxon Dart, man. I can't wait to see him play again and see if he continues to.
Is that the biggest surprise?
Man.
Is that the big surprise so far in the season? Jaxon Dart.
That's the biggest surprise. That's the rookie of the year right there. Jaxon Dart is the leading candidate for the rookie of the year. I don't know right now. Offensive rookie of the year. I don't see right now who can. Emeka Ibuka, he probably have a good opportunity to go head to head for rookie of the year with Jaxon Dart. But right now, Jaxon Dart with the swag, the charisma, you know how he got everybody's talking.
He beat your 2 Super Bowl teams.
Beat 2 Super Bowl teams, man.
Yeah, so, the people that you picked, the Chargers and the Eagles.
The Chargers and the Eagles, my 2 picks. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? And I ain't gonna even say it, but he mess around and go to the Super Bowl, and he done beat my 2 picks. That'd be crazy. But man, we had to talk about Michael Irvin, man. If y'all ain't seen Michael Irvin, he from Lauderdale, baby. We cut from the same cloth. So understand, when y'all see this reaction or when y'all see this clip of Michael Irvin and you see me reacting, and then y'all see me sometimes how I get down, understand that me and Michael Irvin, the brother Michael Irvin, we are from the same place. We're from the same ghetto. All that stuff he used to say before he made this NFL. He don't want to go back to the ghetto. We are from the same place. And the good brother Michael Irvin woke up the other day to see a couple of ex-NFL players playing with his name. Playing with his name, image, and likeness. And like I say, us Lauderdale folks, we don't play about people trying to get brownie points off our name and trying to talk down on us. Who do they think they are? And if y'all don't know who Michael Irvin is, just understand he was one of the most dominant NFL wide receivers in NFL in the late 80s and 90s, back in those days. The playmaker. He won a lot of Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys when they had Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, and the list goes on. Right? He was a part of that era. And the conversation Mike is mad about had to do with basically the speed of the game now compared to the speed of the game when he and Deion Sanders played. Now, when you hear players making comparisons from older players to the present players and the present players to the older players, they basically trying to say who is better or who was better, low key. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yes, the game is more advanced today. Players are much faster today than they were 30 years ago. But I don't think anyone will argue about the speed of the game. Michael Irvin makes a few good points about what they had to endure catching passes when there wasn't any rules to protect receivers. This is a good conversation, man. This is a good conversation about the past, present football, right? Past and present football, so we can get a better understanding. And this podcast game is basically out of control, and certain athletes shouldn't be able to speak on athletes they have no comparison to. Unless they have something good to say. So let's get into this Michael Irvin clip, and we're going to react to it and have some fun.
Let me share something with you today. Because I woke up, I put 2 in the locker room. Let me share something with you today.
Uh-oh.
Because I woke up I put toothbrush to tooth. I looked in the mirror and I talked to me today. And I do that every day. Before I pick up my phone and allow social media to invade my person and my space.
Let me just tell y'all, that's a true thing. Before I get into my phone or I start interacting with people and things like that, I have to make sure that I'm calm. I have myself together. I'm not having any mental episodes and things like that. We played football a long time, so this is a real thing. Because if you just go right to the negativity, oh man.
So I'm glad I did it the way I did it, but that I did it still won't get me off what I saw when I first got on social media today. The first thing I saw that popped up on my phone was this dummy. This mother brother right here on Facts Over Feeling podcast talking about Deion Sanders couldn't play and cover the receivers today.
I got my popcorn ready, boy. I got my popcorn
Talked
ready.
about the speed of the receivers today making a difference in this game. And then he said, you know, Deion didn't play against guys like today. I mean, the guys today can really run fast. Deion didn't have to go against really fast guys. And then this mug puts my picture and Jerry Rice picture up.
Oh, you know that's where he done effed up right there, boy. You know that's where he done effed up. They done put my picture up with prime picture, Jerry Rice. Let me let him finish.
Someone covering the people that these boys are covering either. He's in an era where he's a fucking alien or somebody from the future that was dropped off in the wrong time.
But he could come in this time and
Yeah,
still
because
ball.
he can ball in this time. That's what I'm saying. Like the receivers from back then.
Might not be prime though. Who he gonna be?
Oh shit!
I'm just saying, he got a lot of people. He got a lot of guys. He got to line up every week.
Every week.
Yeah, I get it.
Elite wide receiver.
I get it, but shit.
These guys.
Now that's real. Now don't get it twisted. Now Prime is awesome. Probably one of the best athletes to ever play football. Period. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't be as easy as it was back then for him to play now. He can play and still be a top cornerback, but you know, the game is just more advanced. Quarterbacks are maybe a little more accurate. The passing scheme is a little more efficient. Things like that. Because the football, it started as just running the football. And then they introduced the forward pass. And then everything keeps advancing. You understand what I'm saying? That's basically it.
Guys that he played against weren't that fast, bro. Like,
I don't know.
They were stronger, but they weren't that fast. These guys now, they big, they fast, they can jump.
Are you shitting me? I'm like, are you shitting?
We gotta find that one.
But they weren't that fast. These guys now, they big, they fast, they can jump.
Are you shitting me? I'm like, are you shitting me? Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Are you shitting me?
We are the two most accomplished receivers in the history of this game. When you're talking about the most important things, championships, and your stupid ass talking about running fast, like people weren't running fast back then. Are you shitting me?
I do agree with Michael Irvin. I understand. So, yes, people are running fast now. Yes, no doubt about it. Track speed, as fast as they ever been. But regardless of how fast they are now, it was always comparable. Back then, there were guys that were considered fast, but just not considered fast now. So guys are running 4.4s or 4.5s back then were considered faster than the average players in the National Football League. So there was a segment of people that were considered fast. So they can't act like there wasn't fast players back then. They were fast compared to the other players in the NFL. They just aren't fast as the players now. But all the players are fast now. All the players were in that speed back then. You see what I'm saying? The DBs are the same equal fast as the wide receivers and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Deion was just an exceptional way back then.
Get that. Why do you talk on a microphone? Why do you have a microphone? What the hell are you talking about? I don't even know your name. And I certainly don't know your game because you don't. I don't see you every year with a gold jacket in that Hall of Fame room. I don't see you anywhere great players are. So who the fuck are you to talk about what? Deion Sanders couldn't cover these guys today. First of all, I'm going to do just like the airlines tell you. What did the airlines tell you when you're on the airline? If we have a problem, put the mask on yourself, then put it on your kids or any loved ones who are.
Bro, we got to see Michael Irvin in the movie, bro. He got
to put him in the movie.
Put him in a reality show. Put him in a reality show. We have to see him on a daily basis, man. This is too much. This is too entertaining, man. Lauderdale Mike, baby. Hey, Lauderdale, throw the L's up, Mike. We from Lauderdale. Throw the L's up, Mike. Let them know where you from, man.
With you. So I'm going to save me in this dumb shit, and then I'm going to talk about time in it and save him from this dumb shit. Let me tell you something, Holmes. Let me tell you something. And the Bible says it. He that argues with a fool may be considered a fool, but I'm ready to be a fool.
I'm ready to be a fool.
Like, dude, do you really know what you're talking about? Do you really have any clue at what you're talking about? You think there were not fast guys in the league when I played? You think Tyreek Hill can outrun an Olympian like Bullet Bob Hayes, who played before me? You think he can outrun the Ronaldo Nehemiahs who tried to play in this game? You know why he tried? Because they wanted speed in the game, but other things were required when we played. You must get to run around and play fucking 7-on-7 touch football. We had pain in our game, and y'all don't even know shit about pain. Every route you got hit, even running around in the middle of, you could get tapped by those linebackers.
Yes, sir.
They took all of that out the game because y'all asses were soft.
100%.
And you couldn't take it.
Yes. That's what we're going to stop it at. Right there. And Michael Irvin's 100% correct. I was playing football. I was in this era when they stopped us from being able to hit these receivers down the field, play physical ball with the wide receivers. And he's 100% correct. When he played, they had to go across the middle. You know, they had to run through the defensive lineman. Anyone was able to hit them, tee off in them with, you know, the rules wasn't the rules like they are now to protect the quarterbacks and wide receivers, you know. But at the end of the day, from the day football started to now, there were always players that were considered fast, just like he said. There are going to always be players considered fast. And of course, like I said, now the game is much faster, you know what I mean? But back then, the 4-4, 4-5, what? That's blazing. That's blazing.
It's a difference running free and then running through the contact and all. Like, even quarterbacks throw the ball, staying there for 2 seconds, still getting smacked. Like,
exactly.
It was a big difference of quarterbacks, the way they getting hit before and now is like they get touched a little bit, little push down, and they getting flags and all that stuff. Before, like, it was way harder for our receivers to get the ball. So, man, it was way more physical.
Way more physical game. It was way more things that we were allowed to get away with, where we can't get it. You can't physically aggressively tackle or offensive players nowadays. You know what I mean? A defenseless player is not allowed to be hit like that anymore. We was able
not
to
like that at all.
Yeah,
at all.
I was taking defenseless players' heads off. And he talked about it. I should have played it through, but Michael Irvin talked about it. They used to play a segment called Jacked Up, where they show the biggest hits of the week. And I was on there multiple times knocking people heads off. He got jacked up. And no, man, these players would cry if they had to play in the times that we had to play.
That was the
specifically the wide receivers. But go ahead.
You know, I'm saying keep your head on the swivel because you get hit any time of the play. Like now, if you're not involved in the play, you can't get hit. Back in the day, you standing there, I'm gonna come hit you. Like
right. And like you said, keep your head on the swivel. That meant for the offense and the defense.
And the defense. You can't stand there on the field.
To crack back and hit you with you not looking, trying to get back. But they can't even do that no more. You understand? We get to catch a wide receiver coming across the middle because his dumb quarterback threw the ball, however he threw the ball, and put his wide receiver in danger. That's his fault. We get an opportunity to attack, but we can't do that anymore because, like Mike Irvin said, all the softness that then came into the NFL, that wasn't there back in the days. We're not used to it. Just so happened that I was in the NFL the 2005 season when we beat the Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning, the owner, RIP to the owner and their family and things like that, of the Indianapolis Colts. But he was a part of the committee who made the rules for the NFL and things like that. So after we beat up the Indianapolis Colts in the AFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl, because the game plan was basically just beat them up. Just hit them wherever you can. Hit them. Throw them off their routes. Throw them off their time. And that's what we did all game. And immediately after that game, the following season, they changed the rules to you can't touch the receiver 5 yards down the field, past 5 yards down the field. Now, I don't know if the rules was already in the playbook, but it became a major emphasis after we beat the Indianapolis Colts, and they complained and whined their butt off. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Michael Irvin is 100% correct when he's talking about going across the middle and having to deal with a different physical element of the game compared to what these entitled crybaby offensive players are used to dealing with. Now, they're crybabies in my eyes and all us older player eyes, but not the newer player eyes, because these are the new rules. We're just used to something totally different. We're used to trying to basically, we want to see you suffer. We want to see you suffer, man. And that's not allowed to happen no more. You know? So we'll see how it goes, man. We're gonna see how it goes. And man, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, I hope they can figure out a way to turn around. They have to get back to physical football at the end of the day. They have to get back to physical football. If they don't get back to that physical football, it ain't gonna work out. You understand what I'm saying? So the Philadelphia Eagles, get your shit back together. You know what I mean?
This for Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee right here. He said, that's "Where Bruce my Eagles head at? Here you go, right here, Bruce Lee. I got you,
Bruce Lee.
It's for you, Bruce Lee.
You say, "What the hell
for you, baby? We here with the noggin balls."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. Guess what, man? Guess what, guys? The good thing about football and the good thing about divisions and conferences and things like that, you got to play each other 2 times. And on October 26th, the Philadelphia Eagles play the New York Giants all over again. And we get to see this. We get to run this back and see if it was a fluke and see if the Philadelphia Eagles can regain some steam back in this NFC East, man, because right now Jaxon Dart is looking like the man. And that's all we're going to hear tomorrow. Jaxon Dart. He is this and that, and he deserves it because he looks like this and that. And the one X factor that y'all don't understand is Brian Daboll. Jaxon Dart could have went to any other team and not look as good, but Brian Daboll is a quarterback whisperer. And he was responsible for Josh Allen out there in Buffalo. He was with me in the New England Patriots. So I know all about Brian Daboll. That's my buddy. He can get the job done. He's a player coach. And
I think he saved his job.
That's all he think about with Jaxon Dart. He saved his job. And I seen in the comments, man, they say they like Daniel Jones in New York. Daniel Jones just couldn't work out in New York. For some reason, him and Daboll couldn't click. Right now, he's in Indianapolis doing his thing. He's winning, but he did the same thing with Brian Daboll. He won periodically, for a short period of time, but after that, it was all downhill after that. So I don't know. I know Brian Daboll is tremendously happy with he got right now with Jaxon Dart. Jaxon Dart is the future. You can see that. When I talk about players and I say it's a quarterback drought coming in the future, and this player, I don't see the potential, is because you can see. I'm looking and I'm telling you this player doesn't have the it factor, or I don't see any elite, bones in him there. He could be an elite player, things like that. So understand that we can see those things just like we see it in Jaxon Dart. Everyone can see he's going to be a superstar with his swag, his poise, him picking up on the game in a very fast pace and things like that. And most of all, he has a great leader and a great coordinator in Brian Daboll. So with all that being said, ain't nothing.
I don't see no fear in his eye. Some of the quarterbacks you can look in the eye and be like, "Oh yeah, he ain't ready now."
You don't see no fear. You don't see no uncomfortable. You don't see anything that is making him feel like he isn't prepared for that moment. He looks like he wants every moment to be his. Even when he walked into the blue tent to get checked out, he was walking at a fast pace like, this is my tent. This is my tent, my show. I gotta hurry up. Doctors come on, like he's instructing and commanding everything, and every entity he has to deal with out there on the football field. And that's what you want to see, man. That's what you want to see. I'm used to seeing that, Brady, man. So we're gonna see, man. So let's get to a few chats. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ain't No Emmanuel. I like that. Scatterboo. A dog, man. Scatterboo is a dog, man. I just like saying Scatterboo, man.
Handing out headaches.
And Jaxon Dart is the future, man. And let me tell you, man, like you say, I don't know how long Scatterboo is going to last because he plays a very physical game. And y'all know running backs typically at an elite level, they're only going to last pretty much 4 to 5 seasons. And the more physical they play, the harder it is to last.
He ain't running around nobody. He running through everything.
Let's get the Black Barbies. I just call you Black Barbies. In my opinion, the athletes back then were more outstanding and took the game more seriously. What do you mean more outstanding? And yes, I can say they took the game more seriously. I can agree with you on that. But when you say more outstanding, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, were they better athletes? Did they run routes better? Were there, did the defensive backs have better ball skills? Yes, I can agree that they were stronger on the football field, but in the weight room, they're really not stronger. You understand what I'm saying? They was just able to play a stronger game because of the rules. You know what I mean? So now we can't play as strong, so we don't look strong as we did back in the days, But let me know that opinion. Tell me what you mean. You mean more outstanding back in those days, But yeah, man. That's the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to Bruce Lee back. He say, where's the co-host Eagles hat? There we go, man. We got that together for you, brother.
Right there, man.
For you, man. Yeah, let's get to some Stefanski questions. That's what I want to see. Stefanski. Fire Stefanski now. How? Hope that they lose every game until they treat our nephew right. Period. Ain't it?
Ooh.
Period. Clock that. Then what y'all say? Clock that. Clock that. Yeah, man. They got to treat him right. Man, God don't like ugly. And man, Stefanski's been there how long? And he's just, it's like a recurring cycle. It's a recurring theme, the same thing. We understand there was everyone messed up with Deshaun Watson. That didn't work out. But right now, Kevin Stefanski isn't working out. He isn't making the right decisions. Because their team has a good defense. Their team has playoff potential. But he wants to play around and start off with Joe Flacco. That could have been 4 games of experience Dylan Gabriel or Shadur Sanders could have had. Joe Flacco didn't do anything to contribute to that one win they had or they have, right? And they got a victory. So it's like you really wasted a bunch of time, a bunch of reps. You lost experience that you could have gave to some younger guys.
The real development.
To the real development, to give it to someone that is 42 years old, waiting to get back home to his family and be done with football. Only reason he keeps coming back to football is because y'all calling him off his couch. And he doesn't, you know what I mean? He's not going to turn down the money. So he can't get the job done. Go find some new players out here that you can develop and, you know, get to this next level. Stop trying to recycle these players, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just the lack of quarterbacks that's out there. I don't know. That's my opinion. That's what I think. What you think?
No, Joe Flacco got a good relationship with these people. That's what I think.
That's what it is.
He got a good relationship because he keep getting the call, man.
That's what you need to do out here. You can build these relationships, make these people love you. Like I seen a player when I was with the Patriots. His name was Anthony Pleasant. What's more you shot at? If you out there, man, old Pleasant, man, Bobby Hamilton, and my boy AP, right? So AP, my rookie year with the New England Patriots, he was an older guy, played much like 14, 15 years. And what a coincidence, he played for the Cleveland Browns. He was at the Cleveland Browns when Bill Belichick first got there. So they had that relationship from way back then, right? So now Anthony Pleasant is 15, 16 year. He doesn't even really play. He doesn't really even get on the field. But if he gets on the field, he's going to turn up and he's going to do what he needs to do, right? But here's the play. You know, come time to make the team, right? Everybody makes the team, even Anthony Pleasant, even though he's not going to contribute on the field. Coach is just paying him in his last year free money just to be around. He gets to leave and go home on Friday while we at practice, and he doesn't have to come back to Monday. So the relationships matter is what I'm trying to explain. Even in the NFL, if you have a head coach who really taking a liking into you and your time is up, you don't have the skills to get it done anymore, he can still pay you and keep you around the team and handle you accordingly, because I've seen it done. So you may see situations like that, like you say, Joe Flacco, those people like Cleveland loves Joe Flacco. Those people in this, you know, who has the authority love Joe Flacco. So maybe they like paying him and bringing him around for whatever the reason may be. Can we figure it out? No. But, so we'll see, man. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Kevin Stefanski still hasn't announced the backup quarterback as official yet. Of course, he's running away from these questions because he doesn't want to give Shadur Sanders any chance, any love, anything. And on the way out, man, let's just see one more clip.
You know, I'm overly confident.
One more clip of Shadur before we get out.
Answer on this yet. But
Well, I shouldn't have an answer. If y'all don't have an answer.
No, I just meant we don't know yet if you're going to be the number 2. But how excited, how ready, how great would that be for you to have an opportunity to go out there and back up Dylan in this game in Pittsburgh?
Oh, well, no, we're going to make sure we do everything we can to make sure Dylan ready for the game. So, whatever that means. So each and every day, even when Joe was the starter, everything, prepare the right way and be ready to know that you could get out there at any point in time. So, I'm overly confident within myself. So I know when I first got here, I'm ready to play. But, it's up to the coaches and, whatever decision, they make, then I'm fine with it.
Keep your head up, soldier. Woo! Keep your head up, soldier. We're rooting for you, man. We're rooting for you, man. We know what you're going through, man. A lot of us went through that. It's a part of the game. It's a part of being a 5th round, a part of being that second-day pick. You got that dog in you. Don't let nobody stop you from being who you are, man. If you want to be silly, funny, jokingly, man, be you, man. Just understand how to do it and, try to keep them off your back, man. And, yeah, man, that opportunity going to come. When that opportunity comes, you just have to make sure you are prepared and you are ready to seize the moment, because they're not going to give you the opportunities that they give everyone else. That's the unfortunate part about it. But only the Only the true ones prevail. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And that's Thursday Night Vibes, man. I hope y'all had a good time tonight, man. I had a great time vibing out with y'all, man. It was a great game tonight, man. Seeing
They ain't no great game. They ain't no great game. They ain't no great game.
Like I say, man, I love to see Jaxon Dart, baby. Jaxon Dart. Oh Lord. Hey, don't be surprised.
That game in the trash.
Hey, don't be surprised, Reese. You hit them Philadelphia Eagles streets. You hit them Philadelphia streets one day, and they be like, "Man, you seen Jaxon Dart? I kind of like Jaxon Dart, man. I'm scared of Jaxon Dart, man.
Jaxon Dart cool, man. Jaxon Dart cool."
But yeah, man, we gonna check on out, man. It was Thursday. That's Thursday Night Vibes. I'm your host of Sun Tate, Mr. Pick Six Samuel.
It's your boy 2-3 Drees.
And we had fun vibing out with y'all tonight, man. We're gonna see y'all Sunday or Saturday, one of these days, man. Y'all just turn on your notifications because they ain't gonna really tell y'all, man. So y'all make sure y'all look out. And we're gonna see y'all next time. We are